Every season, for any reason, is a good time to visit Steamboat. Fully equipped condos with an array of amenities, where comfort meets adventure. Providing outstanding Steamboat vacation rentals since 2001. No booking fees, just personalized service from a Steamboat local.
Good evening, Raider Nation. Thank you for having me back. Tom Mahalik here. And Gabby, my cohort for tonight, as we're out to call the Regis Jesuit Raiders varsity game matchup with Denver East, as the top two teams in the McKinnon division are squaring off tonight. You've been in a lot more games than I have this year, so give me a little rundown on what you think.
I think one of our biggest assets in beating any opponent really is our skating and passing ability, and just able to set up plays to kind of catch goalies off guard and catch defenses off guard. And obviously this East team is the reigning state champion of the Chassa season, so it should be an exciting contest tonight. I
agree. I think East, you wonder who they lost from last year, but obviously based on their progression to start this early part of the CPHL season, they lost their first league game to Cherry Creek, but now they've rattled off 4 in a row and probably get back into their stride and the way they're used to playing, including a little big 3-2 win over Valor just last Saturday. Now, Regis, was out flying right out of the gates, even though I wasn't able to come to games and watch as many. I caught the YouTube play, and I know that they were unbeaten, and they were just rolling, skating downhill, like you said, skating, passing, moving the puck well. Obviously strong in net with 2 senior netminders. And then they came off a disappointing loss yesterday, I guess, to Ralston Valley 4-1. They were down 2-0 in the first period, and then Manville dumped in an early goal in the second period. And he and Beck, of course, get things going whenever those two get things going. And then Ralston Valley threw one in the second period to make it 3-1, and then an empty netter to close it out at 4-1. So not necessarily the game. I talked to a couple parents ahead of time, said that they thought Regis had to run a play a lot in that game. Scoring chances, shots on goal, offensive zone pressure. Ran into a hot goaltender and maybe found the middle of the goaltender more often than they found the edges.
Yes, me and Ish were discussing this last night. Those 3 goals that were let in on Hernandez, there was next to nothing he could do about them. They were on breakaways, on centering passes that the defense had no time to respond to, just based on the Ralston Valley's reaction time there. So I think just maybe tightening up the defense on that game and maybe coming off of that loss tonight is going to help against another tough opponent here.
Yeah, I think bounce back is always a nice feeling when you come into these games. You want to get off to a good start. You got a little sour taste in your mouth from last night, and I think that really is a big motivator for these kids. And they all know each other well. They've played together for a lot of years here. You got great depth and experience at Regis, which is impressive considering they lost 16 seniors from last year.
Yes.
And yet they reload and bring up a bunch of juniors and sophomores that had really good experience within the team structure. I mean, they were contributors. You weren't talking about people that rode the bench and didn't see the ice much. You know, they get their youth going on the ice here at Regis, and that allows that youth to grow up and become contributors now. So that's why you see a team recover from that many losses last year and step right in, and here they are playing great hockey again.
They are. You know, it's always a scary thought to think you're losing so many good players, but then obviously we have such a good program going on here that we have those guys that we can bring up who can do just as well and provide the team with just as much success.
And I think the structure of this program got a big boost when Coach Ott stepped in as Coach Woodley retired, and Coach Ott kept that continuity. He's been so integral to the program, both at the JV and varsity level, you know, for all these years. And so such a steady hand to walk in and continue after losing someone like Coach Woods. And it shows, I'm sure, with the product on the ice. So I can't wait to see it tonight. Happy to call out some familiar names of all these kids that my son played with in the last few years. And so many great families here at Regis with great kids playing hockey. I can't wait to see it.
I know. Always something to look forward to, calling a hockey game.
So they're winding down the last couple seconds here at warm-ups. Lineup we received, I'm assuming we'll start out up front with Beck, Manville, and Schick, who have been together now for a couple years together. Nolan Williams will play with Parker Brenner centering a line opposite of him and Camden Lai. Connor Ihaya will center up a line for Reese Peterson, who I've seen a little bit of. Don't know Reese, but really like his game, like the way that kid works. He's really up and down the ice. Yes. He goes to the front of the net. I loved watching him play on the broadcast I was able to catch during the start of this year.
Yes, very good playmaker. Opposite
Cameron Blatbat. Love that family, love that kid. He is always fun to watch, hardworking kid. Eli Ash is going to center a line with Jake Filler and Luke Damrath. Thanks to the Filler family for sponsoring today's game, as Steamboat Condos is the sponsor for the game. So thanks to Jake's parents for that. Back end being patrolled by Dylan Paranjape and Liam McDonald. Zach Lorenzo opposite Ryan Williams, and Matthew Carter and Luke Miller, the stalwart, as well on the back end. And I will see, but you said Elijah was in net yesterday?
He was.
So are we seeing Elijah again, or are we seeing Miller today? I'm not sure. We'll see what comes up. I didn't get a nod as to whether Ryan or Elijah was in net, but two senior goaltenders, and there's Ryan heading to the pipes.
Miller, obviously very good in net too.
Such a luxury they've had for the last 5 years with great net minding.
Yes.
So here it is, Beck, Manville, and Carter Schick starting out. And the puck's down, immediately taken by East and fired in deep. Near side corner, Lorenzo challenges there, pokes the puck, but controlled by East briefly before Schick pokes it free. Some room far side there from Ryan Williams, but picked off coming down the boards. East right away, trying to keep pressure on in the offensive zone. Fed ahead by the Raiders, but not out, as East challenges at the blue line. Battle down the half boards for Lorenzo and Schick as they try to dig it free. Beck is there as well. Beck comes up with it, but flips it high up into the screen and out of play. Will take an inside the zone face-off. Line changes both ways.
It's very good offensive pressure here to start out the game from East. They were looking for that centering pass early on, and that was the result of a goal from the Mustangs last night. So I think the Raiders are becoming a little bit more aware of that and just trying to shut down those lanes and close off those passes to make sure nothing bad happens.
Quick face-off win, and a shot blocks off a leg and goes wide of Miller. Tapped around down low. Jape is able to swing it free and kick it up the boards. Quickly out is Camden Lai as the fast feet move ahead, slips the D. Shot goes behind the net, rims around to the near side. Challenge at the point by McDonald. He's able to keep it in. There's Lai going down in the deep corner. Ties the man up, but gives up for Nolan Williams. Williams through the crease out to the far side. No one there for the deflection. Lai back on it. Good puck support here from the Raiders as they keep it in the offensive zone. Joppe dumped that wide, probably looking for deflection as it went through. East is able to pick it up in the far corner, whirl, and break it out to center ice. East pulls down the near side. Shot deflects off a stick, goes wide of Miller, out to the far side corner. And there's Peterson to get it up and out to center ice.
Even ice so far, I think, for both teams. Some good pressure from the Raiders, but East also doing a good job here.
Expect these two teams to kind of feel each other out. They haven't seen each other yet here in CPHL. Both teams obviously playing well. So I think this early play, we'll see teams trying to get a feel for where the gaps are, the spaces, and see what they can take advantage of. Back up on the boards, challenging there. Balatbat ends up off his stick, knocked down low. Joppe circles back. Dillon loses that puck there in the corner briefly, then taps it loose. McDonald on the near side, but Peterson first one there. Nice tap ahead, area pass comes in, breaking down. Cameron knocks it down in deep, stick aside by the netminder. Ihaya couldn't find the puck. D overskates it, it comes back out to center ice. There's the skating of the Raiders you want to see. Getting up on pucks, people pushing up in the zone. East player gets met at center ice. Stick is loose, and that's room for filler. Good cutback shot, blocker save made out to the near side corner. Puck down in deep. Digging free is Ash. Eli looking for it. Help coming from Filler. Spiller tries to pull that free. Eli now trying to center out front, but it gets stick checked and goes back down in behind. Eli finds it, sends it to the point for Carter. Carter's cross ice dump in, goes hard off the boards from East. Down ice, but on net, no icing. Miller pushes it out to the corner. Puck finally jumps up. Damrath couldn't quite control that up at the blue line, but now comes off a skate, and Filler finds it, sends it right in on net. Hard slap down and a line change for the Raiders.
Good shift there by Jake Filler, able to get around that East defenseman, get a shot away, trying to pick that top corner there, and then just dumping it in to get a line change.
You'll see physical play from Jake, obviously, but he has such good hands and a great shot looking for those corners. So even that shot that seemed like it was from fairly far out, he's picking a spot up there, forcing the blocker save from the netminder. And he'll keep bringing that all night if he can. Pass out through the zone stretch, misses the man, goes all the way down for an icing, and we'll find ourselves back up in the Raiders zone for a defensive zone faceoff. So back with the Beck, Schick, and Manville line. Beck wins the defensive zone face-off to Lorenzo, chips it around the near side boards. Through the middle, able to find Manville, and he backhands it on ahead as the D comes to meet him in the neutral zone. Up the near boards, Lorenzo keeps it in, shot towards the net, deflected. Glove save made and knocked loose. What a chance. That was going right on net off the deflection. East flips it up and out. Glove down. Smartly not played there by Beck as Lorenzo had gloved that down. He touches it up and play continues. Schick unable to come across for that one. Gets dumped in by East, but Ryan Williams there to dump it out of the zone back up to neutral ice. Both teams moving well.
Yes, that whole sequence there, I think, started by Ian Beck's face-off win. He's a guy who's very good on the face-off, hard to beat on the face-off, and he just, whenever he wins them, it always seems like something gets going, and it just goes to show you how important the face-off is in starting that offensive pressure and gaining control.
The other thing we benefit from is he and Manville have some type of an innate communication system. I swear those two always know where they are on the ice together. And it's such a fun thing to watch as they move pucks and cycle with and without the puck, making things happen. They're always a threat every time they're on the ice. Outlet pass goes off a stick. Nice step and chip there by Brenner as Parker comes on. Flashes down, walks in, bouncing puck, hops up and over a stick and goes home. As Brenner's going to get a goal off the defenseman's stick.
Brenner, they're taking the face-off, pulling the puck all the way from Raider territory, just driving the net here, not passing it. And then it kind of takes a funny bounce as the East guy tries to jump in front of that shot.
Watch him lay his stick down there, and the stick deflects it right up over the shoulder of the netminder. So a good defensive play normally,
yes,
invading the shooting zone, but he gets an unlucky bounce, and the netminders, that change of direction, impossible to adjust to.
Yes.
Raiders find themselves with a 1-0 lead at 11:24 of the first period. Puck comes up and out of the zone off of a East skate. Angels coming hard now as they find themselves down 1-0. Back on his own end, Paranjape goes far side, through the middle. McDonald finds room out front, goes all the way down ice. Icing called as Connor Ihaya could not catch up to the fast-moving puck.
East trying to get something going here in their own offensive zone after the Raiders just put up a tally.
Little spurts offensively and how teams respond in kind is such a big part of that momentum factor in games like this between two top teams. So we'll see where East can step in, and the Raiders, of course, wanting to continue to exert pressure as they start trying to skate downhill with this 1-0 lead. Puck goes out to the boards on the far side, tapped into the skates, knocked down low as the East defender stays up in the play to keep it in the zone. Good job by Luke Miller shielding the man off and getting the puck off to the near side, but the pass can't clear, and it's right back in deep. Puck down in the skates on the near side boards at the blue line, tapped back by Peterson, finally drags it out at the blue line. Raiders just chip it all the way across ice and down, and they wave it as the man had a chance on that puck. Good step up by Eli Ash to harass the man at the blue line, forced back into his own end. East has to regroup and go back behind the cage, trying to find space. Peterson unwilling to give it. Back in the zone, fast feet there from 29 for the East as he pushed up and almost created an opportunity 1-on-2. Dumped right back in the zone, and here comes Damrath down low. Bodies up with the man, battling 1-on-2 for a puck as a line change comes in. Filler gets a stick on the puck, deflects it high, but down into the Raiders zone. There'll be no icing there. Lorenzo calmly back to settle that puck in the corner. East comes up with it, but fires it through the point and out of the zone.
Some good back checking there by Eli Ash and Luke Miller, just stripping East of the puck and halting anything that they're trying to get going here.
East will try to work far side ice, trying to gain space. Couple deflected passes, forces them back again. A nice step-up play there, but Beck can't quite settle it. Chipped out to center ice, quickly played up by Lorenzo down and in. Beck and Filler in on the forecheck. Nice pull up and gaining space for East as they get it up and out through center ice. Raiders have a little bit of a advantage so far here since that goal with some energy. But East coming as they drive forward, trying to keep it in the zone. And there's the break of Paranjape. Such a good breakout to have that at the back end as he jumps up in the play. Shot, save held, no rebound as the Raiders come down at 8:47.
Paranjape, a very good offensive defenseman. He's never afraid to shoot it from the blue line. Obviously trying to get something going right there, and he did, able to get that shot away, but the East goalie able to save that one.
He's very smart jumping up in the rush. Picks his spots, knows when to get after it, sees those openings. Otherwise, still that responsible blue liner that's always back to not let players get in on breakaways behind. So there's a dump down by the Angels that goes all the way down ice for an icing, and we'll come back in and do it again in the offensive zone here for the Raiders. Beck, Schick, and Manville back out, along with Jape and McDonald. Beck plays it straight ahead. Design play to get into the cycle right away. Goes back up to the point. McDonald fires. Oh wow, that looked like he went for the glove save and lost it, didn't he?
He did. It looked like he just caught it between his arm and his body there, but again, back off the face-off. That's something he does quite often. He'll just drive straight into the zone instead of, you know, dumping it back to anybody or off to the side, off the face-off, and that's something that really does help create a lot of offensive pressure.
There he goes again, trying to get towards the net. That pops on and is covered. We'll do it all over again there on the left-handed dot. 8:27 of the first period. Raiders with a 1-0 lead as the goal comes off the defenseman's stick, hops up and over, but Parker Brenner gives them a 1-0 tally. And here we go, back in on the offensive zone pressure. Manville knocked down. Support briefly there, but a puck gets out of the zone. There's the break for East as they have a man jumping out. Shot short side, misses the net, goes all the way around. Manville fights that free, but not out of the zone. Nice defensive knockdown there by McDonald. It comes out to center ice. Beck quickly on for Manville, cuts the middle, slides behind, shot gloved up and held as Schick was coming towards the net. Beck being walked off as well, and we'll get a line change here, but another offensive zone faceoff for the Raiders.
Yes, very good breakaway there for the Angels. Those breakaways along the near side boards are what caused some problems for the Raiders last night, but like you said, just trying to pick that short side there. It went wide.
Quick shot slapped into the glove of the netminder by Matthew Carter. Good hot glove hand for their netminder so far today.
I was just going to say, this East goalie is proving to be very good with his glove.
Here comes Brenner looking for a draw. Parker knocks it to himself, jumps in, good position there by East. Shields him off, takes the puck out the far side. Good body position for the Raiders. Puck gets separated, and there's an opportunity. Good look as he jumps up, cuts back, shot, score! 5-hole off the backhand, I believe, but a really nice quick turnaround play there by East. Exactly what they were looking for.
Yes. This number 19 for East just doing a very good job kind of waiting out Miller here. Hard to see on the replay where it went, but I think, like you said, it did go 5-hole.
And the move, yep right up
under his pad.
The move at middle ice was a beauty from his off wing, who takes it just outside the blue line, almost a blind backhand pass to the center, knowing he'd be coming hard. And he jumped up because he was the one that made the defensive play to start the breakout, jumps up, gets rewarded, breaks in and scores, makes it 1-1.
Good awareness between those line mates.
Shot goes right back into the glove hand of the netminder for East, and Brenner will step in, or excuse me, Connor Ihaya will step in for a face-off against number 4 for the Angels. Face-off won by the Raiders. Shot towards the net, goes wide and rims around over to the far side, unable to keep it in on the back end there was Lorenzo. Hands that one off for Cameron Blattbat, feeds it ahead. Knocked loose, comes out of the zone, offsides, but no whistle there, so we'll continue. Thought it might have touched Peterson. All the way dumped down ice for an icing by East. The Raiders are trying to bring that pressure back, now looking at a 1-1 game here at 7:11 of the first period.
Yes, trying to get something going, come back, gain that lead back after East scored a beautiful goal.
Response from teams, we talked about that a little bit earlier. East gets the response they want. Raiders now looking to do in kind. Face off back, tap loose, East jumps out, controls the puck in behind. There's your goal scorer, number 19, quickly around the net. Good speed moving up to center ice, but loses the puck. Everyone's going down. Linesman comes down, but puck stays live and active. Good drop back for Lorenzo. Shot, score! There it is! The response you're looking for.
The response we're looking for, yes. I think that was dropped back by, was that Lorenzo?
Yes, I believe Lorenzo took the shot from the point.
Shot, yes. That was from Ash?
I think, let's see if Ash broke in and dropped it off. And a beautiful shot up under the bar over the left shoulder of the netminder. Yep, that was Eli Ash with the drop pass.
Yeah, that precision just able to pick that top corner. Top corner on his glove side too, which is something that he's been good with.
I'll take a second here. Hopefully our linesman who got the legs swept out from underneath him. Folks at home, you got to recognize these refs don't wear the same padding that our kids are wearing, as they're not expecting to get involved in the play to that degree. So back up, shaking it off. Tough as they always are. And he'll skate that one off, and looks like he'll stay in the game. That's He got swept down pretty quick, took a hard fall. And the Raiders able to capitalize and make it 2-1 again.
So Raiders got to be aware now that East, obviously with the response to their first goal, is going to be aggressive here off this face-off, trying to get something going and get that response that they're looking for, like we were talking about.
East goes far side at center ice. Backhand in, goes right off the ref. Bad break there as he was trying to dump that down the boards. A couple of errant passes, pushes East all the way back into their own end. Filler trying to pressure. Does get the turnover, and the puck comes all the way down. Paranjape plays it back in his own end. Through the middle, just off the stick there of Ash, as Eli was trying to break it in. Instead, East will transition and get it in deep, forcing McDonald back into his own end. Filler on the near side board. Jake trying to dig one free. Good support comes, and the Raiders come up with it. And there's Jape up in the rush as he comes in 1-on-2. Now 2-on-3. Good back checking work though by East, not allowing any room there for anything to develop. Good hustle by Schick as he just comes in relentlessly, battles for that puck, fights one loose. Taken back away though as East tries to stretch through the middle. Good defensive position there from Paranjape. Turns that aside, forces the puck out at the neutral zone. Now East jumps in, line change, allowing them to get a shot in, but it deflects off Carter and goes to the near corner. Battle down the near side boards. Puck gets reversed to far side by Beck. Unable though to clear it from the zone. Ian gets it right back, hops it up to the point. East from the blue line, 2 deflections, never gets through. And finally Beck's there to clean it up and get it out. Nice glove down play by the defender for East as Beck was hoping to flip that over. Ian carries it on, cross ice pass, deflects off the stick of Manville. There they are finding each other again. Manville gets tripped down. Play will continue. Puck comes around the near side boards. Carter walks the blue line, shot goes off a leg and wide, blocked off by the defender, number 21. Schick is there right away, tries to center one through the middle, goes through everyone and out to center ice as Beck is going to change. Brenner unable to settle that puck down, but takes it back, taps it ahead. Good step through there by Camden Lai to make sure he gets it out of the zone. But defensively, 21 is there for the Angels as he dumps it in and goes for a change. That's going to be from this side of the red line, though, and that's icing at 4:23 of the first period.
Angels here maybe not getting the response they were looking for very quickly.
They have to pick their spots. You notice they tried to stretch a couple times. D stayed responsible, intercepting passes or deflecting passes, so they weren't going to get another breakaway there. Definitely wanted to use their speed to try to create that breakaway opportunity and get back even. And here we go as an opportunity pushes. 2-on-1. Good back checking work by Nolan Williams as Nolan comes all the way back to poke that free. Puck loose on the near side boards. Battle ensues for Lai. Williams gets it. Nolan goes cross ice just out of the reach of Lorenzo, so he'll circle back for space and regroup off the boards. Puck gets turned over. Brenner was there. Now through the middle, Williams taps that free, and up in the play comes Lorenzo. Nice little drag step move. Now centered across, but his D partner wasn't expecting 2D to be up in the play.
Yes.
Wasn't driving the net. And then it ends up finding Peterson's stick. Takes a quick shot that's gloved up easily by the netminder. I think we need to work the blocker a little more, is my guess.
We do. That glove side isn't providing too much luck with us. This East goalie, obviously very strong with his glove.
Funny to see it, but that's what you like to see out of the Raiders. 2D up in the play.
Yes.
As Ryan Williams is up there jumping alongside of Lorenzo. Puck back at center ice after the face-off comes out of the zone. Cameron Blattbat dumps that in. Gets flipped up and out at center ice, and here comes East cutting through. Opportunistic swinging wide number 4, pushed out, and a good step across there by Blattbat. Shoulders him off the puck. Out front all alone, and Miller is the one to make the save and cover as an East player was left all alone on the weak side post.
Very good reaction there from Miller. Obviously, like you said, had a guy right there out in front, but Miller able to get his glove on it before the East player could get a stick on it.
Little forward breakdown there, I think. They didn't see the come across by the D-man, and we ended up with 2D over on that far side, and that's what left the player alone in front. But no damage done as Miller covers up, and now a defensive zone face-off. Initially won by the Raiders, but now taken away by the Angels. Good work in front by McDonald, knocked that shot free, never got through, and Eli Ash brings it ahead. Ash cuts around the D, now pulled up in the corner, tied up by number 21. Damrath on the puck there along with Filler. Kicked through to the point, but kept in by McDonald. Puck back down low as East tries the far side for a clear. Bouncing puck kicked on the skate, goes in behind, and there's the forecheck pressure again from Eli Ash. East able though to tap it out through center ice. Back to cover there was Matthew Carter to get it ahead for Filler. Filler head to head takes the D down but loses the puck. The D accomplishes what he needed, which was separating the puck, and that's going to be cleared down ice for icing. Whoa, and he waves it for a reason unbeknownst to me as an announcer. Move from the point, nice shot comes in, he slips Schick, blocker save made by Miller on the shot from the point. Luke Miller over on the other side with Beck and Schick gets it out to neutral ice. That'll force East back to touch up as they dump it in. Luke comes near side through the middle, hops off the stick there of Beck, but able to tap it loose into center ice. Little more sloppy puck control here as both teams kind of overskating, missing pucks. Miller regroups in his own corner, and it just will come up and out and down ice as Raiders need a change.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe in need of some fresh legs on the ice here. That's why the skating was getting a little bit sloppy, so both teams will go for a change here.
1:14 left here in the first period, 2-1 Raider lead. As you have goals from Zach Lorenzo and Parker Brenner. Face off one in the defensive zone, but tapped to the point, kept in by East. Dump back down, good step out there by Ryan Williams, gets it ahead, he jumps up in the play. Onside shot across, looking for Williams on the pass, couldn't get the deflection. Puck still loose though, Raiders come up with it, Camden Lai, nice drop off, Nolan Williams, what a save made off the shoulder, as a good setup there from Lai, finds Williams. That goes through and should be icing, this time it is. Whistles come out at 46 seconds of the first period.
This is something I talk about a lot as to why the Raiders are so tough on their opponents and why their plays are plays that count. They are so quick with reads. They have such good communication and awareness of each other, the skating, the clean passing, and just being aware of where each other is on the ice just does wonders for their scoring opportunities, and that East goalie standing strong on that last shot.
Yeah, he just fought that off with the shoulder. And I agree, I think what the Raiders do so well is the players with the puck know where the scoring zones are, trying to get those shots in the high slot between the dots. And the men without the puck are going to those places, knowing the puck's going to come to them. And that's that communication you're talking about that creates those opportunities so often. Another icing there on the Angels as it goes down ice. We'll still have 36 seconds left here in the first period, as we've had a few more whistles as the period went on, as East has been dumping things down ice a number of times for icing calls.
They have, just as this period winds down, not wanting to let any late goals in before the regroup of the intermission.
Dump back down low. Puck comes around on the stick of Peterson. Hands that one off. Swinging out, Ihai, a little bit of a cycle going. Puck comes out front for Ihai, excuse me, as that was Cameron Blattbat up the boards. Finds room to the point, but it hops off the stick of Williams. Raiders forced to dump it back in. And that's icing again, as East try to play it off the boards here at center ice. Now 10 seconds left in the period. Still an opportunity. This line with Beck and coming out with Schick and Manville, they can score in 10 seconds.
They can, especially with Beck on the face-off here.
And there goes the Manville, but it gets tapped free up to the point. Joppe goes far side. That's going to eat the clock as it bounces out of the zone. And time will expire here on the period as Schick comes down. Not enough room to get a shot off, and we'll go to the break here with the Raiders leading 2-1. So now we go into the second period. Always that long change period where defensively the defensive structure has to be a little more sound. As you know, you don't want to get caught on changes for your defensemen with those long change. I thought Miller was solid.
He was, yes. Making some good saves. He was good with his he's been doing good with his glove too. Obviously not tested as much as this East goalie has been, but the Raiders are looking good. I think they're doing a good job shutting off zones. Obviously, that one goal that was scored on them, a result of just an unfortunate breakaway. But I think that's something that, as Coach Terry Ott has a word with his group, they'll be able to kind of mend and fix up a little bit.
Always a good back-checking team, so you don't expect things like that to happen too often. As that player broke up ice, his forward counterpart wasn't able to catch the step, and he really got going. And he's quick, 19, very quick for East. Found his opportunity, breaking through the middle, beautiful pass, creates that scoring chance. Otherwise, though, I thought the Raiders did a great job through the neutral zone the majority of that period. Defending well, intercepting passes, making it difficult for East to break out. And that's why East was forced to try and stretch and get long breakout opportunities and turn that into a lot of icing calls because they were having a hard time escaping their zone. So we'll come to the second period here. Raiders will be going left to right from our viewing, as Beck's line will step out again.
This line a good one to have out right off the opening face-off for a period if you want to get something going.
Played through the middle for Manville. Manville on, tries to slip the D, tapped away as he got poke checked and the puck comes clear. Down low, there's the pressure, nice poke check, knocks it loose. East following up with good puck support, gets it up and out to the blue line. There's 19 through, shot, whistles wide, deflected by the stick of McDonald. Now comes ahead, Manville down the boards, chipped away, knocked out to center ice. Good glove hand from McDonald, takes control, finds Perrin Joppe. Joppe loses the puck, but taps it out, gets it out of the zone. Skate of a player for East, keeps it in, deflects it, comes in on the forecheck, forcing the Raiders back into their own end. Puck ahead at the blue line, dumped in, East was off, but played by Manville. He cuts through one man and taps it around. Bodied off by the defender. Puck still loose. McDonald can't get wood on it. Good poke through. East coming on. Number 4 cuts middle. Wraps around, shot towards the net. Hits 2 skates, comes out to the left side. Never got through on Miller. Back down low. Schick calmly pulls that puck up, sends it ahead, but not out as it went off the stick of Manville. Shot whistles wide there of Miller, but East now smelling something, has the puck in the zone. Sniffed out, though, better by McDonald as he pulls that free. Racked around the board to the point, but not out. Good step through to get the puck free there as Beck read that. Dump in. East right back at it. There's their transition game. In the middle, man alone. Good poke check. Bodies everywhere. Netminder's down. And we'll get a whistle.
Call here for interference.
That's probably going to go against us. Unless that's a goalie interference, but it looked like our man ran him into the net.
It did. I was going to say maybe a goalie interference call, but...
No, that is going to be on us because we took the man down. So the Raiders will be short at 15:01 of the second period. And that's going to be Beck going to the box. I think a little unfortunate. He's hustling back. Players crashed in the net. And our D-man, McDonald, came back. They all kind of got tangled up. And everybody went down. McDonald ended up in the net with Miller.
Yes.
but they get Beck for the interference call, and we're going to get a 2-minute minor and a power play for East, who desperately wants to get something going here early in the second.
Yeah, so the first test of the Raiders penalty kill tonight. Something they're very strong at, obviously, against stronger opponents, and maybe not as strong opponents as these teams will be, but the stronger ones, so we'll see how their penalty kill holds up against the Angels.
Puck fought loose and knocked out of the zone, slowed up by the East defender at center ice, but still forcing them back to regroup. Forecheck pressure from Ash as he keeps pressure at center ice, driving the puck back. Now looping in, D comes up with it down the near side boards, pushed wide by Ryan Williams. Keeping East out on the edges, no good look so far. As they try back to the near side, hops through, now controlled and down into the corner. Williams comes out, Ryan, room to go back behind his own cage. Quick pressure comes on, puck turned over onto an East stick again. Deep corner on the far side, Williams comes in to challenge. Puck is loose, thrown out, cutting across, looking for a shot, loses it off his stick. That was number 29 for East. He's cycling, trying to get the puck into the scoring area. Good work by the sticks of Eli Ash, Lorenzo, and Williams, but now a backhand out front and a quick whistle as that puck was fumbled loose by Miller.
Raiders having a hard time here gaining control of the puck and trying to dump it out, run down that clock, but he's doing a very good job on the forecheck, kind of being able to read each other, cycling the puck a little bit, and just doing a good job holding the zone, trying to get some offensive pressure started, test Ryan Miller a little bit.
Not a lot of shots to the net. That's the first one that actually got in on Miller, even though East was moving the puck well. They gain control on the faceoff again. Send that puck back down low. Big knockdown from Matthew Carter, plays the man hard, separates from the puck, and then Carter gets it loose and all the way down ice. Nice play there from Matthew. 13:26, second period, 24 seconds left here in the power play for East. And a turnover there on the far side. Hustling there is Damrath. Luke down in the corner, tying it up nicely, killing time as it winds through 10 seconds on the penalty of interference to Ian Beck. Good hustle back, keep working, moving your feet, Nolan Williams, but breaking ahead is the speed of 19 for East.
Beck coming out of the box.
And an opportunity as Williams picks it off. Can't settle it, it's bouncing, but he still gets it across. Peterson picks it up off the backhand, but tied up down in the corner. East sweeps that away. Good PK though by the Raiders.
It's been a great scoring opportunity there if we were able to settle the puck. Peterson trying to follow the play, kind of had to slow up as we tried to settle the puck there, but he had quite a bit of space there along the near side board. So now here's Brenner.
Nice touch pass there from Peterson to Brenner, and he gets a shot that sails high wide on the far side post. And there's the transition of East as they break up. Back though is Miller. Luke calmly works him aside, and Paranjape in support. Now he can wheel. Here's your breakout opportunity as Paranjape comes ahead. 2-on-1 develops with Brenner, but again, can't settle the puck. Back shot on the trailing Peterson goes off the side of the netminder and up into the glass. In the middle, puck down low. Ryan Williams had jumped up in the play. He goes across, his sauce pass bounces off a stick. Peterson fires one that hits a body, never gets through. Puck comes out of the zone and back down ice. Paranjape will catch the rolling puck all the way back down in his own end.
Good read by Paranjape there in Raider territory, able to recognize that East was looking for that centering pass and getting in that lane before any East player could just shut that down, and kind of swiveling, turning the other way, and able to get that 3-on-1 going, but not able to get a good shot away on there.
Raiders looking to get rid of that choppy ice, as I think a lot of snow's built up over on that left side by the benches. And that puck just wouldn't settle coming through the neutral zone. East just jumped off sides there as the player gloved one down and played it into the zone while the man was clearing. So face off outside the Raiders zone, flipped out by the Raiders far side, tapped by an East stick and down. Carter Schick bringing the pressure. East quickly back through the middle, feed it up the far side. Ryan Williams there to sweep it away, backhands it to the point but not out. East walking in. Wraparound shot out front, throws it up into the crease, but Raiders skates are there to knock it away. Schick feeds that through the middle. pass comes on for Manville. Manville tosses it towards the net. Netminder decides to cover and get a whistle.
Good decision there, I think, by East's goalie there, just covering the puck. Probably able to recognize that when the Raiders get going, they don't stop, and just wanting to halt anything before anything starts.
Beck will take this offensive zone face-off, see if he can, again, start out the offensive flow. Let's see if he tries to push through, and he does. Picks it up, cuts in, shot! Oh, scores! There's that communication. First, I thought it hit a leg and went wide.
Too.
But the deflection caught the inside of the post as Manville from Beck puts it to 3-1.
Manville from Beck, something we have heard a lot in the CPHL season and something we will continue to be hearing. Like you said, they just have this insane awareness of each other, insane communication that just allows these scoring opportunities to happen. And so many of them are Beck just along the side of the cage, centering it to Manville, and Manville being able to tuck it home. He's back out there.
Both of these players with 8 points leading the Raiders in the early part of this season. There's a shot short side from Schick that sails up high but stays in the zone, kept in at the point. East finally trying to clear, but off a leg stays in, and here's a chance. Beck cuts low, hands off, Manville waits, cross for Schick. Just can't get the deflection. It's a nice centering pass. And I think a skate might have caught it for East and knocked it loose. Right back in transition, East goes far side. It's 19 tries to find 9. Instead, the Raiders cleared around the boards, out and down. Not enough for an icing, as East will have to circle back and play it. Raiders get a chance to get that change during that long session of the second period. Luke Miller down deep in the boards, ties the man up, takes the puck. Knocked loose, but good support there from Ihaya, gets it free. Connor cross ice pass goes in behind Peterson, off the boards down for an icing.
I think this Beck Manville Schick line proving to be doing us some good. That's a line we haven't seen together for a lot of the season. Last night, Beck and Manville were with Jake Filler, but that pass from Beck out in the center to Manville, and then Manville trying to stretch across through the crease to Schick. Schick would have had an open net to tuck it home if it hadn't banked off something for it. Made contact.
Opportunity now for the Raiders to break out. Peterson trying to settle it. McDonald wanted to jump up, but Peterson had to wait. Shot comes in, goes off a defenseman's stick and comes around the near side now to center ice. Good cut across by McDonald to keep it loose and free here at center ice. Now, drop pass back, coming through. Unable to find it, but Paranjape has it. Looks back down low for Ihaya. Snapped out to the corner. Connor gets that one back there from from Cameron Blattbat. But the Raiders can't keep it in. Angels player slits behind, shot, save made. And then Miller, we're gonna see, I think a goaltender interference call, I think is gonna go.
I believe so.
As number 4 ended up going through Miller into the net. I don't think the ref, well, no, ref sent Peterson. Excuse me. So interference on Peterson must have knocked the player down and into Miller.
Again, that interference call because of one of our guys just pushing that East player into Miller's cage.
Interesting. I don't know if he got that much of him so much as the guy just lost an edge. That's a pretty sketchy one there on the replay as far as Peterson really didn't get him. They were shoulder to shoulder.
It looked like Peterson had a lot of momentum going and wasn't able to stop it before he hit that player.
Now we have a whistle, and an East player is going to be going as all of a sudden Stripes heavily involved as the men with the orange armbands have 2 players of the box inside of 7 seconds of each other. Now will be 4-on-4 hockey at 9:01 of the second period as East goes to the box.
Raiders and Angels have a lot more open space with 4-on-4, obviously, with 2 guys off the ice, so we'll see what they can do with that.
Both teams can move, so it'll be interesting to see who can take advantage of the extra space. That gets cleared all the way down ice for an icing. Raiders will be happy to have another offensive zone face-off for Filler and Ash alongside of Zach Lorenzo and Ryan Williams.
going off of what you said, both of these teams can move. Obviously, the Raiders, very good passer, so maybe with these 2 extra guys off, less players getting in the way of those, maybe able to get some scoring opportunities going without the
Every season, for any reason, is a good time to visit Steamboat. Fully equipped condos with an array of amenities, where comfort meets adventure. Providing outstanding Steamboat vacation rentals since 2001. No booking fees, just personalized service from a Steamboat local.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are here with fresh ice for the start of the third period. Raiders leading 3-1 over the Denver East Angels, and looking to see if they can't keep up that late second period pressure. I thought that they kind of exerted themselves a little bit more as the second period went on and took control of the game, if you agree.
Yes, I do. I think a lot more of those clean scoring opportunities were kind of coming through. The energy, the momentum kind of picked up. Obviously some good offensive pressure throughout the whole game, but especially towards the end of that second period, things were really starting to pick up and things were looking up.
So we'll get started here in the third period. Gabby's going to have your play-by-play call, and I will see if there's any bit of color I can throw in there for you. Do my best to add something if I see something happen, but we're looking forward to catching a good solid third period of action, and hopefully the Raiders continue pressing the issue, don't step back or sit back on their heels. 3-1 lead, as most people will always tell you, that 2-goal lead is the worst, most dangerous lead in hockey. So
yes,
let's not take our foot off the gas here as we get the period started, after it looks like Coach Ott is doing some maintenance work on the door to the penalty box.
Yes, this is something we were talking about last night, that how dangerous that 2-goal lead is. Looks like a lot on the scoreboard, and then before you know it, it's cut by one, and then you realize that one is not very much.
And it always seems to give the momentum shifts for teams. I saw it happen earlier today, so let's see where we go.
So this Beckman stick line back out here. Face-off scramble in the circle. Comes away to Beck. Here's Manville now up the near side, can't get a stick on it. Beck whiffs on the pass too. Lorenzo tries to get it up, intercepted by an East player. Here's Beck. That's along the far side. Williams picks up that rebound. He was looking for Schick there. Here's Schick's stick. East goalie will come out to play. The puck chips it up, trying to get it out, and that just hits the glass.
There's a lot of water from that ice make out there. You see pucks stopping on players. That's why he got overskated here at the center ice, and then right there, that puck virtually stopped, never made the end line as the goalie came out to play it. So I'm sure we'll skate that water off here shortly, but it had an impact.
Face-off, glove side. Beck tried to drive forward again, but he's able to win that face-off. Here's number 19 trying to get something going. Scooped up by Paranjape. Paranjape looks. He'll dump it around, intercepted by number 9 for East. Paranjape again. Paranjape over to McDonald. McDonald now along the near side boards. Chips it to Manville, but Manville not able to get a stick on it. Comes all the way back. Here Schick has a guy heckling him. To the point for McDonald. McDonald with a shot from the point. Hits Manville. I think East able to get a stick on that before any more offensive pressure by the Raiders gets going. McDonald trying to reestablish his zone. Here's Beck. Beck takes a shot. hits the goalie's mask and goes high into the netting.
High riser. Beck tried to look the goalie off. Goalie didn't bite on the pass there, so Beck whips the shot up high. Deflection goes right up and out of play, but he was trying. He thought he might have a look across. I thought the defender was in pretty decent position, and the goalie didn't bite and give him room to shoot.
So the face-off blocker side now comes to the point of Carter. Carter backhands it to the near side, trying to look for a centering pass. It was Nolan Williams there, and he's able to get out of the zone. Number 18 dumps it into the corner. Miller tries to get a stick on it, can't. In the corner now, here's Carter. Brunner will come away with it. Dumps it to Williams. Williams on the breakout with Lai trailing. And doesn't go for an offsides.
Just a bouncing puck there, gets away. Nolan can't quite get it in control enough. As he crosses the blue line. It gives the Raiders a chance to get a change. Like the Raiders' pressure. They came early here in this period, right out the gates, working hard, get back in flow.
Okay, so Angels win the face-off here, trying to establish in their own zone with breakout. Lorenzo dumps it into Angel territory. Goalie leaves it for number 23, 23 to 8. Around the corner, back to the blue line. It's East's captain, number 4, coming forward. Peterson dumps it around the net for Williams. Williams chips it up over into neutral. East player touches that puck. They're trying to break out again. Along the near side now. And Williams will get a stick on it. Williams trying to stretch up here, and here's Ihaya. Ihaya being heckled, tries to leave it for Peterson. Peterson couldn't get his stick on it. This East captain coming strong again. To the legs of Lorenzo. Makes contact with Miller's stick. Miller dumps it. Far side. Here we are near side again. Angels dump it. Williams now being heckled by number 9 in the corner. Looking for support, gets some. In the corner, here's 4 for East. Being heckled here by Eli Ash. Quick shot by Miller. East getting control of their own zone, but Lorenzo stops that. Just a quick offsides call here.
Like the rush from Brunner, and it's not too often that Camden Lai can't keep up in the play with his speed, but Brunner really split quickly between the D and got down there, and Lai just not able quite to catch up with that centering pass.
Brunner brings it around the boards. East goalie comes out to try and play, can't get a stick on it. Here's Williams now fighting for it. Good support from Lai. And the Raiders come away with it. Here's Brunner in the slot. Can't get a handle on it. Comes to the corner. Chips it up and out. Not all the way out. Williams holds the zone. Brunner to Williams. Williams trying to drag the net there. Has 2 guys on him. East goalie trying to cover the puck there. Wraparound try. Can't get it through.
Nice chance there for Williams. Really tried to create something out front.
Lorenzo holding the zone there again. Here's East on their breakout.
Oh, that's one East will be unhappy with. They had a 3-on-1 developing, and 21 couldn't drag the toe and stay on sides there, as they had numbers.
Just a hair ahead of the play. You got to be careful there when you have that many guys coming on. But yes, a call that the Angels will not be happy with, so it comes back out to the territory. The high will take it, wins it back cleanly. Along the far side boards now is McDonald. McDonald getting heckled, stripped of the puck. There's Ihaya. Ihaya right to an East player. And Drape off the boards, number 19, taking a shot. Number 23, another shot. Can't get through. East trying to regroup here.
There's Peterson.
Yeah, battling for it is Peterson. In the corner now. Support from the lap bat and Ihaya, but East will come away with it. They'll dump it. Parajape chasing after it. McDonald comes away with it and gets it to the lap bat. The lap bat chips it up. Nice glove down play for the Angels.
And a whistle and a line change here. We'll get a face off coming out of the zone.
Looks like it.
Yep. Outside the Raider blue line.
This is Ash taking this face off. scramble off the face-off. Filler will come away with it just for a second. He regains control, dumps it along the far side boards into the corner.
Icing there on the Raiders, just on the wrong side of the red line at center ice. Ash couldn't catch up with it quickly enough. Come all the way back down. Well, that's that first early, 5 minutes or so of the period where you knew that the Angels would come hard. So the Raiders did a good job not only weathering that, but creating some pressure of their own. So now see if they can dig in and just ride this 2-goal lead out.
Yeah, so off the face-off, Miller backhanded up the board. East player takes the ball after getting pushed by Ash. Miller trying to fight to the pressure, but East captain will come away with it. Ash now dumps it along the far side boards. With back and East racing after along with Damrock. Damrock does a good job stripping him of the puck, and here's Spiller. Spiller just pushed down, no call there. Here's Damrock, looking for the wraparound again. Couldn't get it, lost it on the stick, and East comes away with it. Gains the blue line. Number 5 for East to number 21. Stretches the ice to 15. 15 up for 29. 29 takes a shot, gloved by Miller.
It's all really that Ryan needs. The defensive structure, keeping them out on the edges, seeing the pucks. He's going to make saves like that all night long. And so as long as he doesn't have traffic in front or any of those odd deflections, he's going to be sharp on the puck and easily swallows that one up in the glove.
Yes, back to the glove side circle face off, one back clean by East. Bray takes a shot for the point. That goes off of Carter Schick's skate. Back to the point for East. Raiders gain control. Up for Schick. Schick not able to get a stick on it cleanly. Can't get control, so East comes away with it again in their own zone. East stretching the ice. Gains the blue line. Takes a shot. Goes wide. Here's Beck racing for it. Has all that speed, momentum, driving the net, and is stripped of the puck before he can get there and get a clean shot away. Beck again takes another shot. Blocker save by the East goalie. Good positioning and awareness and anticipation by him here. Schick moves around. Almost. Picked up. Looking for that centering pass from Manville. Manville scores! Beck and Manville again. Is that a hat trick for Michael Manville tonight?
Manville, I think, has 2, not 3. Because you have,
that was that first goal, sorry.
Yes,
the first goal was Brenner.
Because you had Brenner and Lorenzo have put in 2 of the goals, and I think Manville has 2.
That's my mistake. I thought that first goal was a Beckville play too.
You always expect it out of those. You wouldn't be surprised to see the Hattie. But that was a very fortuitous bounce as hit a couple of skates and ended up right where Manville wanted it to be, and he puts it home on the glove side.
Now Lai in the corner. Lai getting heckled, trying to gain control, comes away to Williams. Williams takes a quick shot that goes wide. East tries to bank it hard off the boards, doesn't get far. Williams holds his own. Parajape now, shot from the blue line, doesn't have a lot on it, pad save. There's Williams in the corner. Scrum forward in the corner again, picking away at it. Brenner gets his stick on him and comes away to an East player. Out of the zone. McDonald to get it back in the zone. East now looking for a reset. Gets caught up in the skates of Parker Brenner. They both go down. Here's Balabat looking. Balabat takes a sharp shot. Saved by the East goalie. Almost let that, well, he did let that rebound go and able to cover it.
Really going back to that goal briefly, Carter Schick really got that started with his work down the boards and then in behind. Got that loose for Beck. When Beck went out front, Manville first was on that far side, saw where the pass was coming, cut across, it hits 2 skates, and ends up right where he ended up being and able to put it home. But I thought Schick really did good work to make that start on that big 4th goal.
Yeah, so back in Raiders' offensive zone, East control. East dumps it, looking for a pass there, and that'll go for icing.
That might take a little bit of energy out of East there. They were working so hard for the first half of that period. And then to see that 4th goal go home, now we have a lead of 3. And we'll see what East can muster, but it's a lot tougher to try and rally the troops when that happens after to the midpoint of the period.
This final play, face off to go to Peterson. Peterson has it. Peterson looking, shooting, scoring is the lap bat.
Beautiful goal.
Beautiful goal. We really do love those centering passes. We get at least a couple every game from just those centering passes. Looked like the goalie had that initially. He couldn't get his glove on it. Then it just goes over his shoulder.
I think he may have lost sight of that puck as it got passed out. It did look like it got deflected slightly right there, and he can't see it. See how it cuts through the man?
Yes.
So you have the centerman coming across for East, and unfortunately shields his netminder, so when that puck ends up on that stick, it's off so quickly, he couldn't pick it up. And it got up over the glove, like you said, which we know has been good all day. Oh, there's...
Eli Ash takes a hard hit into the boards. And Filler with a big hit on the guy who took down Ash. This game started to pick up as far as physicality and aggression.
You can see some frustration from East, but you also can see some player support from someone like Jake Filler. He's not going to let somebody take a free run on his line mate.
No way. East trying to establish some good break out here. This is the captain for East and Damroth both go down.
Filler again with a hit there at the end of the shift.
Lots of big hits. This one by Beck.
Beck's going to go for this one.
Beck is going to go for this one. Maybe the rest have seen enough of this.
Well, they were letting the physical play go. Finally, I think they said we got to rein this in. And see that hit from Beck. See what they come. Is it a board? No, just a rough. So it'll just be 2 minutes. But I thought it started out with the hit by East here on the near side boards. That was a little bit high, and Ash was, not out of position, but kind of defenseless there in that spot. Takes one up high. Filler immediate response, and then it kind of unraveled from there. And Beck becomes the victim of the penalty call to settle things down.
Schick battling for this face-off, tangled up in the skates. Racing forward is Schick again. Schick with a little shove there. Gets it out of the zone. Goalie putting his hand up. Maybe one of them needs to deny some on the penalty kill. Back in the zone for Lorenzo. East waiting. Spurs around the net is their captain. Through neutral, gains blue. And he's being heckled by about 4 guys and gets stripped of the puck till late. East at the point.
Minute 20 left in the penalty.
Off the boards, looking for his guy, getting heckled by Michael Manville. 5 looking. Far side boards, back to the point. Shot from the point, trying to tip it in is number 4. Goes wide. Far side boards again. Shot, glove saved by Ryan Miller.
So 5:54 left here in the third period. Minute 3 left on the penalty to Beck for roughing. Raiders doing a good job of killing this one off. Another big defensive zone face-off here for Parker Brenner.
Brenner wins the face-off, goes into the corner. Raiders control, they'll clear that puck. East goalie plays it with a stick, leaves it for number 5. Lie on the back check. Looking now, tries to stretch the ice, can't. Before can't get a stick on it, resets a little bit. There's Brenner now. Brenner able to get a stick on it, but not through that player to start something. A shorthanded opportunity. Lie in the corner.
Good PK by these two, pressuring down in the offensive zone, forcing East to struggle just to break out on their power play.
Yes, good back check by these 2 forwards here, and it comes back behind Ryan. McDonald around the boards, doing a good job here, running down the clock.
10 seconds left in the penalty, 5 minutes now in the third period.
East blue line, but Raiders control. Carter chips it up and out, and that'll do it for the Angels' power play as Beck comes out of the box.
Not sure if the Angels they had 1 shot on net in that power play, the glove save made by Miller.
Shot by Damroth right off their penalty kill. It goes right to the bread basket. Goalie clutches that.
Good, responsible play there from the Raiders defensively, and picking their spots to be able to create some penalty killing via the forecheck pressure up there up front by Lai, working hard up in the zone. So good kill, and now an opportunity.
Good drive to the net by Ihaya. Trying to pick that far side again, but East goalie gets his glove on it.
Like that move through the centerman.
I do.
Pushing ahead.
They're all learning from Ian Beck here. I think he started that trend on this team. High on the face-off again. Comes to the point for Paranjabi. Paranjabi with a shot. Glove saved by the East goalie.
So now we're down 4:31 left, third period. 4-1 lead?
5-1.
5-1 lead.
Ihaya block the side of the goalie again. Scramble for it off the face-off. Nolan Williams runs away with it. Nolan Williams in the corner to Ihaya. They're battling for it, trying to get only so much you can do there. East comes away with it again. That'll go down for an icing.
You like to see East, they don't have any quit. Definitely 19 still flying up and down the ice, trying to create opportunities. Down 5-1. Really good third period here from the Raiders. I think that control they took in the seconds really carried over here into the third after the ice make. They look strong.
They do. Peterson comes away with it. Gets it to Lorenzo, back to Peterson. Balatbat to Peterson behind the cage. Balatbat trying to shove it in as it comes over the cage, and East goalie able to cover that puck.
Balatbat, the last goal on that nice shot from right in between the face-off dots to really put this one out of reach, I think, for East.
Yes, Ash wins the face-off. Quick shot there by Peterson. Rebound comes away. Lorenzo in the corner now. Balatbat trying to chase it. The 5 of East in control. He'll dump it down for another icing call. Angels just not wanting to go down by any more as this game winds down.
See the look on some of the players' faces. It can really sap the energy out of you when you have a couple goals like that going in the third. And now just trying to fight through. But
Balatbat with a quick shot off the face-off. East makes the save. Lets that rebound go. There's Balatbat again, being heckled before he can get a shot away. Balatbat looking, banks it off the boards. Comes back to East, moves it around. Lorenzo collects at the blue line now at the top of the circle, is stripped of the puck. East stretches the ice, moves around to our defender, Ryan Williams, who just gets it back into the zone. Goalie leaves it. Number 5 off the boards. And right on back stick here. East on the breakout. Here's number 15. Shot and wide. Here's Beck. Using the speed, banks it off the boards. Trying to play it to himself off the boards here. The blue line, Schick collects. Dumps it in. Beck chases after it. East skating along the far side boards now. Comes up on the stick of Carter. Carter to Schick. And Beck takes a tumble as Carter recollects. Carter Schick with a shot from the slot, and he scores.
Do not give Carter Schick that kind of time and space, because he will make you pay.
Very
nice play first up front,
yes.
Though, trying to find Beck, and Beck unfortunately stood up right there by the D. The D made a nice play, but puck support coming from Schick, and he cuts to the middle. He's got all kinds of room.
He does, very clear lane, just right in the slot there.
He is not going to miss that shot as he picks his corner. No way the goalie could flash the glove quick enough to stop that one. And now the Raiders are out. Bulging 6-1 advantage with 2:12 left.
That play started by Carter. Carter got it to Schick, and then Schick to Beck. And Schick able to, get a stick on that, had all kinds of room. 6-1 Raiders. East plays it along the far side, or the near side board, excuse me. There's Carter now. Behind Miller. Miller will get it to Ihaya. Ihaya off the boards. East player can't get a stick on it, but they do in their own zone. Just east now to number 19. 19 waits. It's scooped up by Williams. Williams to Uhaya. Uhaya trying to fend off two guys here. Damrock trying to come away with it. Donald trying to reestablish the zone. On the far side board, there's a battle right in front of the Raider bench. McDonald comes away to Brenner. Brenner up for Williams. He's sitting there, stick on it. Trying to make a zone entry. The Raiders doing a good job here holding the zone. Williams.
Inside 1 minute left in the period.
The corner for Brenner. Circle now, East comes away with it. Number 19 chasing, 45 seconds to go in the final frame. Tries to take a shot at Miller, but that goes off the cage, going nowhere. Another shot for the point. Oh, they try to tip it, number 19 again. That tip went just wide of the net.
Nice little play there.
Yes. Parker trying to get fancy with his stick here. Comes to the corner in Angel territory.
Final 15 seconds.
The corner again. Here's Balapa. Balapa looking for someone out in front. No one home. Miller now holding the zone as the clock winds down. Carter gets the puck back into the zone.
That should do it.
The Raiders come away with a 6-1 win against the reigning Shasta State Hockey champions.
A really, really clean, solid effort here from the Raiders tonight. Played through 3 periods, really matching everything that East had, and then later on just overwhelming them in the second and the third period. But that's an outstanding effort from this Raiders squad. Exactly what you'd expect coming off last night's loss.
Yes. They didn't want to end the weekend on a bad note, maybe trying to replenish the energy going into the week.
Well, great hockey, fun to watch. Really, really enjoy seeing this team out there. And I'm sure Coach Ott very happy with the effort that his team gave tonight. All facets of the game doing well. Good penalty killing throughout today. And on top of that, just 5-on-5 play. Definitely the Raiders were the better team. I'm sure statistics would bear that out with shots on goal and scoring opportunities. And of course, the 6-1 scoreboard. Really nice to be here with you. Thanks, Gabby, for having me.
Always nice to be on. Thank you for coming in.
I appreciate it. Look forward to coming back, everybody. Hello to everybody out there that I have not seen in months, it feels like. And thanks for having me. Look forward to catching more Raider games down the road here this year. Hopefully I'll get back on the airwaves with you sometime again soon. Night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.
Every season, for any reason, is a good time to visit Steamboat. Fully equipped condos with an array of amenities, where comfort meets adventure. Providing outstanding Steamboat vacation rentals since 2001. No booking fees, just personalized service from a Steamboat local.